I'm gonna give you my opinion on the passport bros. Now, for the people who aren't aware, what is the passport bros? Basically, it's this belief where you don't believe the woman in your area are worth dating, right? And then you take the leap of faith to move to a more eastern country, whether that be in obviously Eastern European or just somewhere super far abroad from when you live. So let's say South America, for instance. Here's what I gotta say about this. And this is gonna be a very quick one. Listen, man. Regardless of where you go, right? Regardless of where you live, I don't care if it's China. I don't care if it's Moldova. I don't care if it's Russia. I don't even care if it's Mexico. Could even be Antarctica. Could be Japan. Could be Angola. From the UK to the Spain to the States, they're all the same. Women are going to be women. Doesn't matter where you go. Maybe the culture is different. Maybe a few customs are different here and there. A few nice gestures that are different. Maybe the currency is different. The traditional holidays are different, right? The culture, the mindset, but all in all, the nature remains. They are the same. Female nature is undefeated. Women will be women. That's what I gotta say about, the whole mentality of the, female nature stuff. Look, man, a lot of people they lie to you on the internet. And what I mean by that is they lie to you and, psyops you into thinking that, bro, the girls in the West are bad. Bro, I live bad as in not in the slang terms that, signify they hurt and whatnot. I mean bad as in immoral, right? The internet psyops you to believe in that. Guys, let me tell you something, man. I live in London City, the capital of England. The women here are great. Now, of course, yes, yes, yes. There are bad women in London, England, of course. But it's like that in any country. So you shouldn't necessarily have this mindset of, oh, I'm just going to move because I don't like the women here. Because that's bullshit, because there's good women in England, right? For you to say every single woman in this country is bad is just very dismissive. Come on, guys, millions of people, millions of women in this country. You're going to tell me they're all bad, so you're going to move because of that? Now, I am for moving and leaving and experiencing new horizons in another country. I'm not gonna live here for the rest of my life. I have my eyes set on France. I want to be a citizen there. I personally believe my mindset, my culture, but my mindset, my you know same thing. I'm not gonna cut shit this time. I personally believe that my mindset matches more to the French way of life and their culture. I love how they're much more direct, up front in your face. Whereas in England, you kind of have to use some sarcasm, which I'm not really a big fan of. I'm actually a more blunt, direct person, and from my experience, obviously growing up and living here, people can't handle that bluntness from me because I'm just so truthful. I'd like to tell the truth, but in this country, it's always like kind of have to soften it up a bit, come across as superficially nice. French culture, I more prefer that, right? I just prefer the mindset there. Notice how I didn't make it about the women. How every woman is supposedly bad in England. This is why I don't agree with passport bros. Right? I hate the traveling thing. And I believe, for the want to, when I date other women and whatnot, shouldn't be rooted from, oh, everyone in this country, every woman in this country has a poor mindset. Because that's a horrible way to think about it. Because there are always rare exceptions. Yes, in the modern days are harder from social media conditioning. I'm sure it is, yeah. But it's good everywhere, man. And people like to shit on the West way too much. You go to Western countries, bro. The Western countries are like one of the richest countries in the world, mate. Bro, we're like the sixth richest. I'm the sixth richest country in the UK. A statistics show. The last time I checked, at least, I think it placed at 6 or 7 in terms of gross domestic product, something like that. But yeah, man, bro, there's good anyway. There's good everywhere, man. So to be completely dismissive and say an entire country has a shit quality of woman, it's just so stupid to me. So I would say, for someone to want to move abroad, this is the mindset I have, not to make it just about the dating, right? just because you like the culture and it aligns more with your values and your personality, your character. I have a friend that wants to move to the States one day. I applaud him, right? I have my own thing about the States, which I don't really like. You know, not really a fan of the gun crime and whatnot. That's my main problem. But shout out to him, man. He's chasing his dream and matches him. Don't have to say anything in, regard to that. And shame him. Chase what he wants, man. Same way I'm chasing my dream of France. Passport bros, people that say it and become passport bros, they just say that because they can't handle the women in their area, so they want to go somewhere else, right? They don't have that masculinity to deal with the women in their area, right? And like I said, yes, is there masculine women in every country? Yes, but there's also feminine too. Some people just can't handle the one in their countries, so they keep thinking if they move to a different country, it's gonna somehow get better. As long as you remain a feminine bitch, you will appease no woman of quality, femininity. You won't. You just keep making the same mistake again in different countries. So to make it easier, become the best version of yourself by putting in that work every single day, building your character and your mindset. And money don't unlame you. It just amplifies who you already are. Right? A lot of people like to say, when you get money, it changes you. It don't change you. It just reveals who you always were, just at a higher scale. That's my take on Passport Bros.